Oh no, he's using emojis on me. No! Alrighty. I'm sorry. It's been shut up, dude. I don't care about your sponsorship. We're gonna skip through your sponsorship because I don't really care. Anyway, hey, it's Thursday, everybody. Oh my God, we finally got to the end of the week. One more day! Woohoo! That's not gonna really matter because the song just wants to keep playing. Well, it was on loop. I mean, that makes sense. Technology does what technology wants to do, right? Okay. So, hi. Hi, Reaper. How are you doing? I hope everything's okay. I hope you're feeling all right. Again, I haven't heard from Joe, so we hope Joe's doing okay. Pray she's feeling okay, feeling better. We love you, Joe. Send hugs and kisses, and hope we see you soon. So that's our little intro. It is good to hear. I don't know. I may hear from her later. Who knows? Anyway, sorry. I had no idea what the hell I was going to do today. Oh, what I was doing is I was actually uploading my blueberry cheesecake and cube steak gravy video to BitChute because it was yanked off of fucking YouTube due to a silly, stupid... Let me show you what I found. I don't know if... Did I show you this yesterday? I may not have, so give me 1 second here. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Here it is. Here it is. No, that's not. No, I was actually downloading that. I want that for OBS, so that's not the same. This is Sarah's thingy. I can't type worth a shit today. And cube steak gravy, or cube steak and gravy. I don't either. It's one. Oh, here it is. No, that's not it. That's not it. Anyway, I found the video. I found the video, and what I did do was, let's see, can I do this? Oh, let's just add another image. No, we don't want to do a slideshow. Thank you very much. And let's see, where were you? You were on downloads. That's what I found today. So this is from the original video, which was removed from YouTube that she reposted. Now, why would she have to repost a video? I mean, a lot of us don't really read our emails, so when a video is struck, we really don't know it right away. But this guy is being a prick. I'm sorry. This is not copyright worthy. I'm sorry. And I need to talk to somebody. I don't want to go to the legal route. I just don't want to do that right now. But I'm so pissed off. But anyway, where did that end up? Oh, there you go. We'll remove you later on. No worries. Let's get back into it. So that's what I've been doing a little bit today. I've decided it's really not. I'm not going to get the video put back up. I'm not going to get the strike removed. The guy's being a dick. He's being a douche canoe. So you know what? Fuck it. There's not much I can do. I'm going to post the video on BitChute, and I'm going to put a little bit of language in the description so everybody knows why I'm posting it. And you know what? Got 2 of those, buddy. How's that? How's that? Yeah. So it's off. Anyway, I was bored. We're gonna look at some brutal. We're gonna look at some brutal moose.
With the woodland creatures, I'm usually here just waiting for a nibble. Oh, speak of the devil. Oh, that's what I'm talking about. Check this out. Lunchable snack combinations. Regrettably, not called Lunchable Snackables, even though the brunch ones were called Brunchables. I'm probably just going to keep calling these Snackables anyway. Now, normally I would take this all the way back to my cabin before eating it, but let's dig into this one fresh, why don't we? Alright, Lunchables or Snackables, s'mores dippers. Let's check it out.
We're going to have to stop pauses far more frequently because there's a lot of video quality in this particular stream. So, I like him. I don't want to upset him, and I don't want him striking my channel.
Come out. So it's basically like Lunchable said, "Hey."
Wait a minute. Does that not look like a cigarette butt on the goddamn front? This looks like a damn cigarette butt. I don't know if you can see my mouse. Right here, baby. This looks like that's a filter end, and somebody squashed this and put it out roughly, you know, smashed it down to put out. That looks like a goddamn cigarette butt. I'm sorry. I just muted him. Sorry about that.
The dessert. It's a honey graham sticks, milk chocolate chips, and marshmallow creme. Pretty self-explanatory. You dunk the stick into the creme and then into the chips, and it explodes. No directions necessary. Of course, I've always got my trusty hunting knife here because of all the...
And you're not smart enough to open it properly? Okay. I hope this is marked not safe for children, because opening a knife that way is going to get yourself cut.
Hunting and other manly woodland activities that I've already explained that I do all the time. Oh, right. I forgot that one of these was creme. There we go.
We could do without the lame music.
I gotta say, now that the innards are exposed, I'm pretty impressed. There is a decent amount of honey grams, as well as a decent amount of chocolate chips. There's also a decent amount of marshmallow cream. I'm not gonna say there's a ton, but there's plenty. I don't think you need more than that. Some of you might be surprised to learn that I was a Boy Scout.
It depends on how you like to dip. If you like to double and triple dip, yeah, you need a lot.
Really learn anything of value in regards to wilderness survival. I did spend a lot of time around campfires.
I do love his green screen, though.
A master, an expert on s'mores. No, not really, but I'm going to pretend that it does anyway. Okay, here we go.
Where's the explosion?
Well, there we go. It's covered-ish in chips.
I don't see an explosion.
Well, hey now, that tastes like a s'more.
Marshmallow creme, chocolate, and honey grams. I mean, come on. It is a s'more, you dumbass.
That's actually kind of great. It is extremely sweet, so be sure to keep some water nearby, but man, that's pretty tasty. I guess I shouldn't be so surprised that it tastes like a s'more. It's just graham cracker, marshmallow, and chocolate, which is all a s'more is.
I just said that.
Looks so different, I thought for
Quit stealing my goddamn content.
sure something would get lost in translation.
But again, I don't see an explosion. They promised us an explosion, dipping that shit into the chips. It was going to explode.
The marshmallow cream is starting to get everywhere. For a while it was just staying, you know, in the cream slot and in the chocolate chip slot, but now it's all over my fingers. Oh, it's in my hair. I cream my pants.
He creamed his pants. Oh, that's too easy. We're just going to leave that one go.
Oh, it's just a mess. And you know, you would kind of think that this would be a treat that you would give to a child, right? That's a bit of a recipe for disaster. I mean, it's gonna get everywhere. Look at that. It enrages me probably a little more than it should that the compartments are not in order. Why is it cookie?
I was gonna
chocolate,
say that.
Marshmallow. It should be cookie, marshmallow, chocolate.
Exactly. So you go, you pull it out, you dip it, you dip it. Pull it out, dip it, and dip it.
Or wherever.
Why are you dabbing in the chat?
You've got to take that hook out. It's sharp, especially if you're giving it to kids.
Okay, that was gross. That was just fucking gross.
It really is just becoming a mess. It's getting all over me. I feel like
way too much sugar, dude.
It can be really hard to get the chocolate chips to stick to the graham cracker. That's why it's getting all over my fingers. Where'd that go? 1 graham cracker left. Let's see if I can get all the chocolate chips. It's gonna be a stretch. I don't know. Oh, oh, oh.
There you go. Come on, you got it. You can do it. Quickly shove it in.
There's a lot of chocolate chip. Okay, so that was pretty painless. Well, aside from the... So what do I think overall of the snackable s'mores? I'm pretty impressed. I liked it a lot. I think by now you guys know that I'm a pretty tough customer, though I will say that I've got a really bad sweet tooth, so It's pretty easy to get me with something sweet. I will say that it's definitely a large dessert, though. It's bigger than like a packed lunch dessert.
I would agree with
this
that.
would be a lot to put in a packed lunch. Yeah, that's why you get the Lunchable, because it's got some food and then it's got a little tiny bit of sweet. This is a lot of sweet, a lot. That said, I could easily see myself eating this for dessert, like after a nice dinner. Well, I mean, not like a nice fancy restaurant.
Not you.
Dinner, but after eating dinner,
I dare you.
Casually, this seems like a nice casual dessert. It had plenty of graham crackers, it had plenty of marshmallow cream, and surprisingly it had plenty of chocolate chips. I was kind of portioning them out a little bit because I thought I would run out, but I ended up with a surplus, so I would say that the ratio was pretty good. Does it evoke campfire memories? I would say yeah, it does. It kind of takes me back to the times when I used to camp all the time. Though the marshmallow is missing some of the toastiness since it's just the cream.
Yeah, you can't reproduce that. That's really difficult.
Especially if you like to light yours on fire and burn them to a crisp like I do. There's no replicating that.
Nope, you can't.
Anyway, back
you
to
can't.
the s'mores dippers. I suppose I would conclude by giving
it
an 8 out of 10. Pretty tasty. If I see it in the store or in the river, I will probably catch it again sometime. I really can't see myself eating this as a dessert after dinner easily. It was pretty good. And of course we know that mine is not the only s'mores opinion, it's simply the most important. But I like to hear from other people as well.
I don't care about your damn opinions.
What's that over yonder I see out there?
Oh God.
Looks like it's a bottle labeled carefully curated online reviews of s'mores dippers. Well, that doesn't make any sense. Like, who would know to send a bottle of reviews down the river for a product that I just ate? Oh, it's me.
from yourself, Ian.
Actually, now that I am looking at this carefully, I do remember.
I don't know why.
Just...
I thought of this morning. I was calling Should I Ian the entire stream yesterday. It's not his name. This is Ian.
These are going to be harder to open than the stupid snackable.
Get a knife.
Well, it's almost like getting a fortune cookie.
A little bit.
Diesel some more diapers are so good for a light snack in the middle of the day. You should definitely get them and hide them from anyone there that then.
What?
Okay. That one was a little confusing. Let's hope we get one that makes some more sense. Here next, if I can open it. These are such a great snack when I'm craving something sweet. I love how they are portioned so I don't go too crazy and eat a whole bag of chocolate or something. Sometimes I even take them to work and treat myself to a snack there. Oh, she's dirty. Snacking at the office. Let's try one of the big ones here. Maybe it'll be easier to open. Great! Bought this for my daughter for lunch dessert, and now she just wants these for lunch. No, this is not lunch. Do not serve this as lunch.
It's not. They aren't called Lunchables. They aren't for lunch. They are for dessert.
Do not eat them as lunch. Disregard the fact that I'm eating them as lunch. Don't eat them as lunch. Oh my God. This has been the most frustrating thing. Message in a bottle, would not recommend. Sounds cool, too much tape. When it's lady time and
well, who said to use tape like that, you idiot?
These come in handy. I'm trying to eat healthier, so I let this be my splurge when I need it. It's very tasty, and it's so small that it's perfect for satisfying your taste buds. Well, hey, there you go. Have lady times? This is the product for you. Solve all your lady time troubles with Lunchables s'mores dippers.
Oh,
okay, so
God.
We've got 2 more snackables to get to. I'm going to keep this one stored away in my mind brain so that we can rank them later. This was pretty good, though. It's going to be tough to beat. You know what? I actually think I'm going to burn off some of the calories I just ingested and head back to my cabin. It's a bit of a walk from here, But to you guys, it's just gonna seem instantaneous. You know, I'll take the camera with me and movie magic, editing magic, you know, all that kind of magic. It'll be magical.
Oh, it's magic.
Well, home sweet home. This is where I've been staying for the last little while. It's pretty off the grid, you know how it goes. I don't have a functioning toilet, which is a little rough, but I haven't seen a hashtag in over a month. So, you know, you take the good with the bad. You know, one of the hardest parts about living in a secluded cabin out in the middle of nowhere is the crushing weight of my own loneliness.
Aw, poor Ian. I'm sorry, Ian.
Luckily, I've got Snackables cookie dunks to keep me company.
Woo! Cookie dunks! What the hell are cookie dunks? Oh, I see. Look at the package. Oh my god.
What do you think the difference is between dipping and dunking? I dipped the s'mores, but I'm gonna dunk the cookies. If I were
Because
to
you always dunk
dip
cookies
the
in milk.
cookies instead, would I have an unsatisfactory snackable experience? I don't know. It doesn't come with eating instructions, so I'm just gonna assume that dunking and dipping are similar processes.
Ew.
Well, right off the bat, I'm going to applaud them for putting this one in order. Cookies, cream, sprinkles. That's the way it goes. You know, s'mores one was a little complicated. I got a little bit confused. This one looks clear, though. Looks pretty good. I mean, it's just...
Ian isn't the sharpest tool in the shed.
Basic sprinkles, basic marshmallow cream, and then...
Are we still live?
Kind of funky looking little cookies.
I just looked at my
I'm not gonna say they're
preview
the
and it's
most
like frozen at the
appetizing
beginning of the
mini
video.
Cookies I've ever seen. I mean, they're not putting Famous Amos in here, but it's fine.
I like Famous Amos. I'm not doing anything. I'm not uploading, downloading. I've got nothing going.
It's not bad. It's not bad. Let me eat a little bit more. I think maybe I dipped when I should have dunked. Was that more of a dunk? I don't really know. It's just so many.
Wow, that was
Get on
weird.
this thing. It's a little overkill.
That was weird.
I think.
That's way too many sprinkles
I
for
don't know
my
about
taste.
this one.
I'm not a
I don't
fan
know.
of sprinkles.
Before I elaborate, I do want to try just a plain cookie. Kind of confirms what I was thinking, actually. I like the cookies all right. I think this is overkill, honestly. Like the idea of a regular chocolate chip cookie covered in sprinkles and marshmallow cream, that doesn't really appeal to me. And maybe that's why this doesn't really appeal to me either. You know, it really is a lot. It's a lot of sprinkles, a lot of marshmallow cream. I mean, you could argue that I could dip it less, or sorry, dunk it less, and you know,
You would be right.
less sprinkles on it. But even then, I mean, you attract a good number of sprinkles, and it seems like it kind of defeats the purpose of the snack.
I would eat the cookies and that's about it. I wouldn't dunk it in the whatever that syrupy sugar stuff was, and I sure as hell wouldn't dunk it in the sprinkles. Ew. Just ew. I never even liked it when my mother would make cookies with sprinkles on it. She would use what we called chocolate jimmies and make these sugar cookies with chocolate sprinkles on them. And, even though I love my mother's
It
food.
does taste a little bit better, though. I think for these last three, I'm just going to eat the cookie plain. I don't think I want the sprinkles or the marshmallow cream. I'm not into it. I guess when I picked it up, I didn't really take the time to consider how a chocolate chip cookie dunked in marshmallow cream and then dunked in sprinkles would taste.
Tastes like a bag of sugar on your tongue.
It tastes about how you would imagine. It's just not something that I really like. This is for somebody who really likes sprinkles. If you really like sprinkles, you will like this one. If not,
Kids love sprinkles, though. I mean, so this is a huge hit for kids. Adults, these really aren't made for you.
not really worth it. I think I'm gonna give the Cookie Dunks like a 4 out of 10.
I was gonna say a
And
2.
all those points are for the cookie, which is really not even that great. Now, I do want to read some reviews for this product, but I am still without the conveniences of the modern world. Lucky for me, I've got some reviews right here. I found
Just
them
whip them
sitting
out of your
in
ass.
the corner of the room. They were
Okay.
just sitting there.
Okay.
I walked over and I picked them up. You know, what do you want from me? Pretty tasty, wrong ratio. This review was collected as part of a promotion. This product is fun. The sprinkles are the fun part. The cookie is a delicious, crispy cookie, which I liked a lot. The marshmallow cream tastes like marshmallow cream. That wasn't my favorite part. All in all, I think it's a fun dessert, but could use a little improvement. This review was collected as part of a promotion, and the opinions are my own. 5 stars, fun, and cheap for kids. This review was collected as part of a promotion. My son really liked the flavor of the icing in cookies. They are so affordable and such a nice treat for the kids. I confirm I will add the following phrase to the end of my review. This review was collected as part of a promotion, and the opinions are... This review was collected as part of a promotion. This review was collected as part of a promotion, and the opinions are part of a promotion. The Cookie Dunk Lunchables treat was very
No, the
good.
opinions are their own.
Treat to be able to dunk the bite-sized chocolate
Don't
chip
fuck that up,
cookies into
Ian.
the frosting as part of a promotion, and the opinions are my own.
Uh-oh.
Reading these reviews are confirming for me that there's really not a lot to say about the Cookie Dunks, or even the s'mores thing for that matter. They're very simple.
Is Naomi lurking
It kinda
today?
seems like what you see is what you get. Cute snack for the tiny humans. This review was collected as part of a... Love this sweet little snackoo. This review was collected as part of a promotion.
Jesus.
Great snack on the go. This review, well, it was collected as part of a promotion, but on top of that, it actually advocates this snack as an on-the-go snack. This will be a good product for everyone, especially kids that are on the go. Kids that are on the go should especially not be eating these snacks. Like, imagine trying to eat this in a car while you're, like, bouncing around. Disaster. This review is
Would have
collected
driven
as
my
part of a
dad
promotion.
crazy,
Great
man.
taste, very
My dad would have kicked our asses if we ate in his car.
fresh crunch to cookies. This review is collected as part of a promotion. The cookie doesn't taste like a cookie. The cookie is very crunchy and round, not flat. This review is collected as part of a promotion. The product seems cute and trendy. Comes from a well-known company. This review is collected as part of a promotion. This review is collected as part of a promotion.
This review is collected as part of a promotion. This review was collected as part of a promotion, and the opinions are my own.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Hold on. What if I'm just a review collected as part of a promotion?
Woo!
A glowing review. I would have to agree. As far as the Cookie Dunks go, not that great. Probably good for kids, but I don't know. I just find that the chocolate chip plus icing plus the sprinkles is a little bit excessive, but that's just me. All right, so we've tried the Cookie Dunks and we've tried the S'mores Dippers. Stay tuned, and we're going to try one last Snackables treat.
Oh, God help us.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. My name's Ian McFlowerpotman, and I'm here to review the Lunchables Dirt Cake. Because if there's one thing that us flower human hybrids love, it's dirt. Right? I love dirt.
Dirt
I live
cake?
in dirt. I grew up
What the hell are you thinking? Dirt cake?
in dirt. All of my friends love dirt. Honestly, I wouldn't want to live in anything else. I find it very comfortable to just sit here and feel the dirt for my entire existence. But I'm going to take a break from the real dirt and try this Lunchables Dirt Cake treat. I was initially really excited to
Dude,
get
what
this,
the hell
but
is
it
a
turns out
dirt
that
cake?
It doesn't actually contain real dirt. It's chocolate cookie crumbs, frosting, chocolate-flavored marshmallow cream, and gummy worms. So not even the worms are real. It's kind of a rip-off, but I got it anyway, so let's try it out. Okay, so I think the real challenge is going to be keeping the real dirt from the fake dirt. I also don't want to get any of the marshmallow cream on my body, my natural plant body. It's not a green screen suit that would be stained by this chocolate pudding. It's simply my body. Actually, speaking of my body, real quick, it is a really hot day out there, so I beg you not to shame me if I'm sweating a little bit. But I mean, it's sweltering being a flower.
Jesus Christ.
You come out here and try being a flower and not sweat. I dare you. I'm having my mic keeps falling off. Being a flower is a lot harder than I thought it was going to be. Okay, here we go. Dirt cup time. Before I start, I actually do really love dirt cups. When I was young, I remember going and getting dirt cups at the grocery store. Really tasty, so I'm pretty excited for this. I will say, initial
I must be too old for this shit.
Not a lot of gummy worms. You have a decent amount of the marshmallow cream.
1, 2, 3, 4,
and
5,
the
maybe
cookie
6,
crumbles,
maybe.
but you've only 5 gummy worms.
Oh, 5? Even
honestly
worse.
Seems a little bit like a ripoff. Portion-wise, that's probably for the best. I probably don't need more than 5 gummy worms, but I want more than 5 gummy worms. All right, here we go. Once again, they're in order, which is a good thing. Oh, you know what? Maybe I should have been a bird. Maybe a bird would have made more sense. I could have had like a bigger bird feed me the worm. Missed opportunity.
That's
man.
gross. Come on.
Oh yeah, I like this. I will say that if you've never had a gummy worm in chocolate, it is a bit of a strange combination.
No,
You got
I've
the
never
fruity
tried that.
tang
Chocolate
of the
flavored
gummy worm
marshmallow
with
creme.
The chocolatey zip of the marshmallow cream and the
Creme, not cream, it's
the
creme.
crunchy crunch of
Cream
the
has an A in it. Creme
cookie
does
crumble.
not.
I can already tell that I'm right about the gummy worms. There's not enough. I need at least 2 more gummy worms. At least 2 more. Looks pretty good, right? You got the worm, you got the chocolate, and it, you know, it looks like dirt. Well, I'm making a mess.
You
Okay, I got a
just
question for
put
you
it in
guys.
your
What do you
hair.
think that I'm doing? Am I dipping or am I dunking? Vote now. I kind of think that was more of a dip than a dunk. I actually maybe know the difference now. I think a dip would be a little less submerged. A dunk, you probably try and get over 50% of the object into the dipping sauce. And a dip would be if you got less than that. So just you dip the tip and you dunk the rest of it. Okay, I'm gonna try and dunk this one without getting it all over my fingers. I think this might actually be the least messy of the 3. And I think it comes down to the fact that the cookie crumbles are so tiny. They stick really well to the marshmallow cream, which keeps the mess minimal. Although it is kind of all over my hands, you know, it's
In your hair.
messy.
On your
Okay,
green
last one.
suit.
2 thumbs up. 2 leaps up. Are these leaps? God, I really gotta speed it along. It is hot out here. I need some shade. I'm sweating. Dirt cake. Snackable. Lunchables.
Is it dirt
cake.
or
I
dirty?
will rate.
I think it's
8
dirty.
out of 10,
Dirty
which, if I'm
cake.
not mistaken, was the same score as the s'mores dippers.
No
I'd
need to
say dirt
refrigerate.
cake
Do not
needs
freeze. Do
1
not
or
freeze.
2
That's an
extra
awfully
gummy
weird
worms.
warning to
That
put
would
on
be my
a
adjustment
on
here,
a
but
packaging of
overall,
food.
it's a pretty
Do
good
not freeze.
substitution for like a dirt cup thing. It's not quite the same.
I never had a dirt cup in my
There's no
life.
frosting and there's no pudding.
And I had a
But it's
sweet tooth
close
growing up
enough
like
for
you
like
wouldn't
a
believe.
snack travel version. So we know the cookie dunks is my least favorite. If I have to pick a favorite between the s'mores and the dirt,
I'd say the worms. I like the worms.
I mean, I gotta go dirt cake. I gotta go dirt cake.
Yeah, okay.
Because I'm at least 65% flour. And as I stated before, flowers love dirt. When you're a young child, you learn in school that dirt is, flowers love dirt. And as we all know, flowers also get great Wi-Fi, so I can actually just look up some reviews here. Way more convenient than a message in a bottle or finding it in the corner. the internet's the way to go. Somewhere out there's another version of me that's like hiding away in the cabin in a woods somewhere, and that dude's a chump. 5 stars.
That dude's a
This
chump.
Is fun and trendy for all ages. Trendy.
Trendy?
Foods trend? When's the last food that trended? Avocados? I don't think foods can be trended. I don't know about
No.
that. Kids loved this, but there was a lot of icing and cookies left after the worms were gone. Only about 4 to 5 tiny worms in the package, and the kids ended up making a mess trying to eat all the icing and crumbs with their fingers. If you're looking for
Exactly what children are going to
not
do.
messy with the kids, probably avoid these. I do think that they probably will make a mess.
Still gave it a 4-star review.
Barely even a kid anymore. My twin grandbabies just love to come to Nana's for treats. Lunchables treats are best. I buy them by the case.
Special treats.
Okay, Nana approved. Nana probably doesn't mind a little bit of mess. 5 stars, bug presentation snack. Loved it for our snack after a bug presentation. Okay, well, if you're making any bug presentations, perhaps consider these as an after presentation snack. I guess that's all I have to say about the Lunchables Snackables. They're better than I expected, honestly. I might pick up more of these in the future. Specifically, the s'mores and the dirt cake, I think, would work really well as a
I'm
nice
still going to say
portion
that looks like a
after
cigarette butt in
dinner
the goddamn
dessert.
cover.
I would just be wary of the messiness. It seems like something that would be great on the go, but maybe think twice about it. Well, okay, guys, that's all the time I got for today in Lunchables Snackables.
Please get out of that suit and never ever wear it again. Ian,
This
please.
has been Ian McFlower Potman's food review. Be sure to subscribe to me on YouTube, follow me on Twitter, stalk me on Instagram, and murder me on TikTok. If you smash that like button and share this video with 50 of your friends, what a terrible video. Is that really what people are watching these days? Hi there, I'm Captain Chef Ian Brutal Foods, and when I'm not criticizing food reviews hosted by handsome anthropomorphic flower men, I'm flying around the universe in the USS Fresh.
Alright, we're skipping the
This video is
fresh.
sponsored by HelloFresh. Stay tuned to the end of the video to learn more. Hello friends and welcome back to Brutal Foods. My name is Chef Ian Brutal Foods, and once more, today I've assembled a number of tasty morsels to try. I simply walked the
Oh
aisle
God,
of my local
Coca-Cola with
grocery and
coffee?
grabbed anything that looked interesting.
Well, he's done the Gushers before.
Good or a bad way. So now I'm just going to sit down, try them all, and assign them each a rating on the ESRB rating system. Today we're going to be checking out Lunchables Brunchables, bacon and cheese.
Bacon and cheese.
Upwards,
Oh,
naturally
nothing can go wrong there.
PB&J peanut butter puffs, Pop-Tart crisps, frosted.
We watched this
strawberry
one.
delicious. Oh my s'mores, gourmet.
No, we watched this one. I know we did. You may not have seen it, but I know I've... Because I remember these. I'm sorry, I'm going to skip this guy. Sorry, Ian. We're going to move on to the next one. I'm sorry.
Welcome, Brutal Foods. You know, there's always been no place like home for the holidays, but this year it feels like there's no place like a cold, lonely bunker for the holidays.
Isn't it great having a green screen?
For a lot of us, the 2020 holiday season is going to be bittersweet. On the one hand,
Now, I need to remove that from my playlist because we've seen that. I know... I've watched... I remember laughing my ass off when he was eating the Gushers because it's just gross as hell.
Not to fear, home aloners, for Ian am here, and he have a plan. Instant holiday dinner. That is my objective today. I'm gonna cook a Thanksgiving/Christmas feast for one. I'm gonna do it with minimal effort, and it's only going to cost $15. So if you're planning on flying
Very nice.
this holiday season, consider this a
Are you going to channel your inner Kathy so she can bring out her copper pots?
guy. Perhaps spend
I think I hurt my voice last night doing that. I need to practice that a little bit more. Because that sucked.
We are going for the lowest of the low effort here. I'm looking for
Frozen food only, microwave or toaster oven. I highly recommend turkey toast. It's what my wife and I used to call it. There's a generic frozen food brand company out there, and they make frozen sliced turkey with gravy. Buy that. It's cheap as hell. It probably comes with maybe 16 slices of deli turkey in a gravy. In a gravy. You're not. I know what you're thinking. It's going to be gross. Then you go ahead and you get toast. You get bread and you toast it. Put that on a plate. and take the turkey and then pour the gravy over. It actually is really good, and it's cheap as shit. And yes, I used to eat that all the time. Anymore, I can eat the entire family size. Oh, it's Banquet. That's what it is. Banquet has the turkey slices and gravy. I could eat that entire family size myself now because I'm a big boy. That is ugly gift wrap. I'm sorry.
Actually pretty active today. I don't go out very often these days, and normally if I do, I'll go midweek. So it was a little jarring to see it so busy on a weekend. But here I am in the frozen food aisle, and my initial game plan was to find something turkey related. I don't really like roast turkey, but it is a food with strong holiday ties, so it seemed appropriate. Thankfully, I didn't come across any turkey at all that I saw.
You didn't look hard enough, dude. There's plenty of turkey in the frozen food section.
Never eat again. So since turkey wasn't an option, I just started looking for something else that I'd like to eat at a holiday feast, and I settled on this Stouffer's meatloaf. Ketchup glazed meatloaf.
Actually, it's not bad. I've actually eaten this stuff. It's actually not bad. I don't like the way they package it up, but it's not bad.
Savory ketchup glaze brings it all together. Brings what all together? I don't know. It. I used to eat the Stouffer's lasagna a lot growing
Same
up,
here.
and it really wasn't my favorite, so I have a negative reaction to the brand as a whole.
I don't. I actually like Stouffer's.
Look rather loafy, so
If I'm going to eat frozen foods, I want it to be Stouffer's in almost all cases.
I'm feeling optimistic. Preparation couldn't be easier. First, you cut the filmed event. Plop. That's my favorite part. Then cook for 4 minutes on high, and then again for 5.5 minutes at 50% power. Actually, now that I think about it, this part could actually be kind of complicated if you don't know how to work your microwave beyond a basic cook. So you can take the time to find out how to set your microwave to 50% power, or you can just be lazy and cook it for a random amount of time and hope that it turns out all right. I'm pretty sure I went with 7 minutes or something. It'll be fine. Cooking isn't an exact science. Any good chef will tell you it's more about feeling.
I know exactly what he means. I mean, microwaves can be very convoluted. They're not always very straightforward on how you do certain things, so I get it.
Like 7 minutes is the right amount of time for microwave. Smells pretty good. It smells like any other, frozen TV dinner meat lump. But I like those, so I'm excited. Potatoes are just going to be okay, but that's fine. Looks pretty good too. Honestly, it looks better than a typical Salisbury steak, just because it looks like there's more mass there. It kind of rises up out of the gravy so you can see the meat better. I'm pretty excited and very hungry.
And actually, I probably have one of these in my freezer right now. But I tend to buy the family size because that is not enough for me to eat.
I would say that smells very meat, actually. Definitely most excited for the meatloaf.
It looks disgusting, actually.
The mashed potatoes are kind of an extra add-in just because there wasn't a standalone solo meatloaf.
Hey, when you don't want to cook and you got nothing else, this'll do in a pinch. Now you're supposed to dip it in the potatoes.
Delicious. That's pretty much what I think about when I think of meatloaf. I think that some meatloaf glaze.
I love the utensil camera. That is quite brilliant, dude. That is brilliant.
This can be too sweet for me, a little too tomatoey. This one tastes very savory, very meaty. I like it a lot. Try some mashed potatoes.
Wow.
These actually have some mass to them. They're not too runny.
You dip the meatloaf in the mash. That's the point.
Noticeably better mashed potatoes than the Hungry Man or the banquet meal.
I'm not a hungry man person. A banquet, banquet, the whole thing of banquet is a lot of food, very little money. That's it. Finally! Jesus.
Love it. This isn't just a pretty good TV dinner meatloaf, it's just a pretty good meatloaf in general. You can see like some onion in there. It's not just meat. That's pretty impressive.
That was tasty.
Stouffer's classic meatloaf was a huge success. I enjoyed it a lot more than I expected, and I'm pretty sure
You didn't finish the
Stouffer's
potatoes.
never actually consumed an entire frozen meal during one of these reviews, so that alone should speak to its taste quality. Online reviews seem to be in agreement, with commenters calling the meaty loaf amazing, so good, and beef taste. At $2.79, this is a steal of a meal. It's more than you pay for something like a banquet dinner, but it's hard to imagine that you're going to find a better instant meatloaf than this, especially a meatloaf portion for one. Delicious and cost-effective. And while the mashed potatoes in this meal were tasty, it's important to remember that they don't actually count as a side for this challenge. I still need to pick up one or two frozen sides. The first thing I think about was a tasty green bean, a classic side vegetable.
I get you.
I wanted to find something with a little bit of flair, though. A plain green bean just seems too safe for this show.
Bird's Eye makes a frozen green bean.
Crispy green bean.
Exactly what I was thinking about. He read my fucking mind. This is exactly what I was thinking of.
I'll be the judge of that. The one problem is that this is clearly meant to feed more than one person, so we're wasting a bit of money on excess food. They come in at $3.99. Now that we got the green beans, the other obvious dinner side is bread. No holiday meal is complete without a bread of some kind. And typically I get those plain old store-bought rolls, or if I'm feeling a little fancy that day, I'll pick up the Hawaiian sweet rolls. But unfortunately, neither of those meet the frozen food requirement of this challenge. So I headed over to the frozen bread section.
Frozen Texas toast.
Getting some Texas toast. I do love Texas toast, but I ultimately ended up going for a box of Bantam bagels because I saw them on Shark Tank, and that kind of advertising just really works for me.
Since Shark Tank, we've been rolling in dough.
Are you guys excited? Yeah.
We're so excited. Bantam bagels. We're so excited.
This was an expensive choice, though, at $6.49. In my opinion, bread is probably the most important part of a holiday meal, but there's no reason.
True, I'll give you that. I'll give you that.
Expensive part.
Sorry, I've been forgetting about my beer sitting over here.
If I could, but I already bought them, so let's see.
Mini stuffed bagels. Why do you have to ruin a bagel?
Some beans. The crispy green beans were really promising. The light breading on them reminds me of a green bean casserole, which I hate, but it does make it feel very holiday-y.
Somebody in your family ultimately made that green bean casserole with the French's onions on top. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, those crispy onions. Oh. Your glass is dirty. Why don't you get a spatula?
Honestly, I feel like it smells a lot better than it tastes. Not that it tastes bad. Not much like a green bean, honestly. I really only taste the breading, which is pretty crispy, but you can tell it's that baked kind of crispy and not a fried crispy, fake crispy.
Huh?
Yeah, I really
That's
just
gross,
taste
dude.
the
Don't do
salty
that on
batter.
camera.
I don't much taste a green bean. And really, I like green beans. I kind of want to taste the green beans.
I love
was
green
getting
beans.
this to avoid a mushy, soggy, from a can green bean, but honestly, I'd take that over this. This was kind of disappointing. Just unfortunate. It smelled very good. It smelled a lot better than it tasted.
I can
The
imagine.
internet really disagrees with me on these green beans. They've got rave reviews on both www.walmart.com and www.target.com, with a number of reviewers recommending that they be prepared in an air fryer. My opinion, as usual...
That would work, actually.
Time for the Batman Bagels. Bantam Bagels, the classic. I've already confessed to first seeing these bagels on the hit series of TV commercials Shark Tank.
Plain whipped
You might
cream
also know them
cheese.
from Starbucks, who serve them in some of their many coffee shops. The idea is pretty simple. They're bagel bites that are stuffed with cream cheese, and you can tell just by looking at them that they're already pre-cooked. The preparation process is mostly just for reheating, though it is important to note that these are supposed to thaw before you cook them. Once they're thawed, though, all you do is toast them for 4 to 5 minutes or until the outside is crispy. I was maybe a little overzealous in my toasting approach. Even though I let this one get a little roasted.
How do you burn something
it still smells
in a fucking toaster oven?
Even this one's a little overdone. I did the max 5 minutes. Probably should have kept it at 4 minutes, or at least checked along the way, but I'm sure they're still going to be good. Let's start with the more burned one first. Well, it's definitely burned. Unfortunately, I really can't taste much more than the burned top part, so I'm just going to try and eat the bottom half and leave the top half untongued. Much better. Cream cheese is really tasty.
Only if it's Philadelphia cream cheese. It's the only legitimate cream cheese
They're
in
not
the
amazing
world.
burn. Surprise, surprise. Let's try this one. This one's dark brown, not quite blackened on the top, so it might be a bit better. But it's definitely supposed to be soft, and this is not. It's pretty good, but I feel like I should make another. I know that they can be better than this. They're just overdone. Let's make another one. Let's make one more.
How many times are we gonna...
Looks a little
He
bit
did it
better, but
again!
Honestly, still
He did it
darker
again!
than I'd like. Kind of like this color here to be on the top.
3 times the charm, right?
Even at 4
No.
minutes,
Not when you don't know how to
it's
use a
dark.
toaster oven.
Maybe it's because I was using a toaster oven, or maybe the directions are terrible. It's a lot closer to what I was expecting to experience. It's still pretty toasty on the top, but everything else is nice and soft. You can really taste the bread. I feel like when you get a crust on this bagel, it's kind of all you can taste. So definitely keep a close eye on it when you make them.
I don't own a toaster oven anymore. I got rid of mine years and years
Are they
ago.
a replacement for the traditional holiday dinner roll? No, not even close. No. Online reviews seem pretty divided on the Bantam Bagels, with QVC reviewer Devig0216 saying, "Sorry, but right after the bite, I took over the little hole. I got a little cream cheese, and then it was really just a dry bagel." So, you know, little holes.
Well, first of all, there's not much
There's not much
room to stuff it anyway. They've taken a bagel hole,
Even if I'd managed to prepare the
baked,
bacon
stuffed it,
bagels
and baked it,
properly,
and
I
there's
don't
really
think
not
it's
much room in
time
those
for a
things.
holiday feast idea. Should have gone with the Texas toast, but even then, it's
I agree with you. Texas toast is fucking
I
yummy.
do want to say that both of these
I
are better
love
than
Texas
most of
toast.
what I've reviewed on Brutal Food so far.
I
just
love
so
it
we're
with
clear.
spaghetti and all kinds of stuff.
And now it's time for dessert. Had the Bantam Bagels not put such a dent in our budget, I probably would have looked at the Marie Callender single pie slices. That seems like a perfect frozen dessert to finish off this frozen holiday meal. Unfortunately, I was just working with $1 and change here, and most of the frozen desserts are more expensive.
Oh, he said he was going to
So
keep
I
it under
headed over
15 bucks.
to
That's
the
why.
Banquet
Okay, got it.
brand, And would you looky here, a personal pie for only $1? Now that's what I call guaranteed quality.
Yeah, right. No.
I have access to
Now,
it.
Banquet makes
Wonder better.
pot pies, you know, like chicken pot pie, blah, blah, blah.
Simply slit the top of the pie crust and it's ready to bake.
I've never known them to make a baked, like an apple pie. This is supposed to be, oh, this is going to be rich.
Since I had problems baking the Bantam Bagels in the toaster oven, I decided to use the microwave this time, for better or for worse. Turns out it was for worse, actually. Halfway through cooking the pie, I noticed this little warning here instructing me not to cook it in a microwave that's below 1,100 watts, which my microwave oven definitely is. It seemed too late to switch cooking methods since I was already mostly done with the microwave at this point, so I just cooked it a little bit longer to try and make sure it got cooked through. And I know that it seems like I'm incompetent in the kitchen.
You are, dude. You can't even use a stupid toaster oven.
These struggles when I'm doing a frozen food video. And in my defense, that is not exactly the most prominent warning I've ever seen.
True. I will admit that you're not wrong. Look at the fucking mess. It's breathing. It's alive.
Pies have like this nice round dome-shaped looking crust. This is like the complete opposite. This is an imploded crust.
It looks like one of their chicken pot pies, to be honest with you. I guarantee you, the shell, same recipe. I guarantee it.
Something good. I should have just tried something good, but I was too curious. I had to know if the pie was going to be filled with just a typical apple dessert in a banquet meal. I had to know. Who knows? Maybe it's good. Maybe it's delicious.
No.
I sure hope it's cooked thoroughly. The crust is pretty soft. It cut through very easily there.
I mean, it doesn't look terrible, but the crust could be a little bit browner.
We're gonna wait for that to cool a little bit. I'm glad that it's an actual pie. I feel like they could have just filled up a bowl with fruit.
Why do they all do that? Why do they all make that stupid mistake of eating it right after it comes out of the oven?
Pie.
We've seen Sam do it. We've seen Guga do it.
Compliments end.
We've seen Should I Do It? Ian, you're smarter than that, dude.
No. No.
Don't spit it out.
It's definitely the same apple
Thank you.
as
Don't spit it out on
the
camera.
meal,
That's fucking gross.
Which is good and bad. It could be better. It could be worse.
What?
Hot apples and cinnamon. That's about it. It's just so slimy. Can't remember the last time I've had an apple pie, like a real apple pie. Is it supposed to be so slimy?
I don't know. I don't know what you mean by slimy.
There's just too much.
Slimy is a different texture than an apple coated in
I don't think the crust
basically
is done. It's
pie
still
sauce, pie juice.
mushy, squishy. I feel like it's supposed to be
Cooked,
a crust. Even the
baked,
parts that look a little
maybe
darker
in the oven.
is still
No.
very smushy. You could argue that that's user error for me not reading the directions.
We call that
Microwave
ID10T.
underpowered. I I choose to
Write
think
it out on a
that
piece
was
of
just bad
paper. It's an
instructions that should be made for
ID10T
stupid
error.
people like me. I don't think a properly baked crust would really save it that much. Again, this was kind of a joke choice. I regret it. I think while I was at the store, I felt like I needed one, you know, really cheap, kind of funny option to round out the video. But after eating that really good Stouffer's meatloaf, I'm genuinely curious to what other delicious TV dinners are out there. So I might stop looking for things that I just expect to be bad and no thanks. No thanks. No. No. I don't think. No thank you. No. No thanks.
Once again, the internet disagrees. This apple pie has rave reviews online, which makes me think that maybe I just don't know what apple pie is supposed to taste like.
No, you don't know how to bake it, you dumbass.
Apple pie is supposed to taste like, or maybe I've just never eaten a properly prepared apple pie. I mean, this definitely doesn't fit in with that category. So in conclusion, I guess at best we have an inconclusive result. The only item of food that I managed to cook correctly were the crispy grin bins, so I feel like I don't have an accurate view of the other three, but I'm gonna pass judgment on them anyway. Stouffer's meatloaf, A+. This might be the best frozen food I've ever had on Brutal Foods. I really enjoyed it. A+.
It is good, especially if you spice it up yourself.
Bird's eye crispy green beans, D-. I honestly think that some plain green beans in one of those steamable bags is a better option. Just sprinkle some
I agree with you.
pepper on there, and you'll be looking good.
Maybe a little cayenne if you want something a little bit different. I will honestly, I'm a Jew, I love bagels. I would not even try these. Sorry. I don't give a shit about Shark Tank. Fuck Shark Tank. Jesus Christ.
As part of a holiday feast, I gotta give them a C. I just don't think they fit in with my idea of a typical holiday
Well, plus you don't even know how to bake them properly, you dumbass.
Holiday bread should be a light, fluffy retreat.
Agreed. I totally agreed. Oh, that artisan loaf looks amazing. Oh.
This one gets an F. I know that I didn't prepare it correctly, but do we really
And you get an F because you don't know how to cook.
is gonna make this taste any better? No, we don't. And all those online reviews? Liars. Fruit is a mistake anyway. I'll say it. I'll go where isn't willing to go. If you like cooked fruit, then you're a real trademark. My official recommendation would be to keep the meatloaf and lose the rest. Get yourself some bag steamed grin bins or broccolis and finish the feast off with a single slice pie. I ended up making some choices that I thought would end up being more interesting for this video, but tasting this delicious meatloaf has made me curious to taste some of the finer frozen foods, so maybe stay tuned for that in a future video.
Awesome, because I tend to buy a lot of frozen foods.
Happy holidays, everyone.
Bye, Ian.
This is an ordinary man.
Honey, I'm home.
I made dinner.
This is a hungry man.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Brutal Foods. I'm your host, Chef Ian Brutal Foods. I'm finally back, and I'm stronger than ever. I know it's been a while since my last food video, and the honest explanation for that is that I just didn't want to make food videos. But today, I woke up and I just had the urge. So here we are. Earlier today, I actually ran out to the store to pick up a few items to review. I didn't have anything in mind, I just kind of wandered around to see what caught my eye. Eventually, I ended up in the freezer section, which is a place that I don't visit very often these days. But it's there that I came across an old friend, or maybe it's an old enemy. It really depends on how you look at it. And that's how I ended up with 3 more Hungry Man meals. Each of these is something
Honestly,
that wasn't covered.
I don't eat Hungry Man. I'm not fond of their foods, but they're okay. I mean, I've had them in the past.
Roasted carb
Upside down, idiot.
turkey, and to finish it off, we've got double chicken bowls. Boneless fried chicken plus mac and cheese sauce. I haven't had a Hungry Man meal since the last time I made one of these videos, and these all look equally as frightening as those previous 3. This is what I'm having for lunch today, these 3 meals, but let's break it down one by one. We're going to start with the country fried chicken.
Oh, that might be a mistake, dude. Do you know what country fried chicken is?
So here we got the Hungry Man country fried chicken dinner. Breaded white meat chicken.
18 grams of protein. Are you seriously?
Mashed potatoes, green beans, and sweet apples. I feel like I vaguely remember the sweet apples from a previous Hungry Man meal. It looks non-threatening. I mean, it's just going to be fried chicken. Seems safe. It's hard to mess up right here. Let's say include a little map of your meal.
I'm here for it, but I'm pressing X to doubt, man.
Green bean forest, the savory mashed potato mountain, the 2 white meat chicken patties with
Country gravy.
parking lot,
Always white.
located next
Not a
to the
huge
scenic
fan.
Sweet Apple Lake.
Although it does depend. If it's peppery, I actually like white peppery gravy.
Hungry Man.
But not all country gravy is peppered up as much as I like it. And I don't mean pepper as in heat. I mean pepper is just the flavor of that black pepper, you know what I mean?
You know, honestly, it doesn't look half bad. I mean, it might end up looking a little more pathetic once it's warmed up, but as it stands, it does look like a pretty filling meal. Which one's the mashed potato? It looks like this one down here on the left looks like the mashed potato.
That is.
Also, the chicken patties look like they're in mashed potatoes. Oh, we got a map. We got a map. Okay, the chicken patties are actually in the gravy. That's not mashed potatoes.
Correct.
That is gravy.
Correct.
I don't know that I'd say that it's the best.
You have potatoes,
dinner that I've
apples,
ever laid
and
eyes
whatever
on.
those look like green beans.
Doesn't look too bad. We're using the microwave today. Remove film from dessert.
Please follow the instructions, because obviously you do not know how to cook.
Carefully remove brownie.
Make sure there's no warning about the wattage that your microwave has to have.
Remove the brownie. Wait a minute. There's no brownie in here.
No, that's the apple stuff.
Film removed. Now we need to make a careful slit right over the chip.
You need to join Team Psycho, motherfucker. We love stabbing. Are you sure that's right?
This microwave is extremely dim. Can you see the food?
No.
Are you able to see the food in there?
It's got a grid on the front of the glass, you ding dong. They almost all have that.
Here, my washboard abs. I can smell the dessert. I definitely smell the cinnamon apples, but I can smell everything else too.
Why did
Something savory at least. I think
you
potatoes?
close the microwave?
Stir potatoes and recover film.
No, just do what they tell.
They definitely have a texture to them.
It will be much better after you.
Judge them now because they're unfinished, but they feel bad.
They're not done yet, you idiot. I like the camera on the fork. I think that is a brilliant idea. I never would have thought about that.
Interesting things, but I'm just waiting on the microwave. How have you guys been? Sorry for not uploading for a little while. I'm still working on that big video I talked about a couple videos ago. You'll see. At some point, you'll see where all this time has gone. I'm not promising that the time has been going to something good, but it has been going somewhere. I think I should go brush my hair or something. I got time. You know what?
He's pulling a
It
Chantal.
smells pretty good. It looks questionable, maybe, but it smells not bad.
You should put it on a
Oh
plate.
man, I'm actually pretty hungry. I just made sure to wait until I was absolutely starving to start filming. So, ooh, ow.
You thought it was mashed because it was white gravy. That's why. No, you don't put it in the sink. You put it in the garbage, you
We got
idiot.
A couple chicken patties that are looking okay in some pretty watery looking gravy.
It's white
I'm honestly
country
not a
gravy.
fan of cooking the fried chicken in the gravy because then you get this soggy border. But you know, the top part here looks all right, so that could be okay. I do smell the seasoning on the breading. I think that's what I smell. I really smell the cinnamon from the apples and the spice on the breading, so that's a good sign. Mashed potatoes look, you know, sad, not real, sad. Then there's the cinnamon.
They were probably made with potato flakes. You know, the dried potato, instant potatoes is probably what they use.
Not my favorite. And then we got green beans.
Yeah, they look
It's,
sad, but they look okay.
bean. It looks like vanilla pudding. It looks like vanilla pudding. Oh my god, I wish I didn't say that. Now I'm gonna expect vanilla pudding. Yeah.
You don't like the gravy.
My favorite. I'm actually gonna try and get a piece here that has less gravy on it.
Put some pepper in the
Gravy
gravy.
is extremely
Trust me on
watery,
this.
And the chicken is
Touch of salt,
I mean,
good bit of pepper. It'll be fine.
I don't hate the chicken. Honestly, the chicken, I mean, it doesn't taste like, you know, real chicken. Kind of reminds me of a frozen, maybe like a Tyson chicken nugget. Not as good. I just wish it looked a little more like chicken. It doesn't really read chicken to my eyeball. I don't hate it. I don't hate it. I could come around. It's just the gravy that I'm really, I like the flavor of the gravy. I just don't like how
The texture.
watery it is. Overall, the chicken is not too bad. I give it 10 points.
Not bad. Now, if you want a better version of that, I would go with a slightly better frozen food company.
Patty, and the gravy kind of reminds me of that too.
A little bit. It
Which I
should.
don't like because it's chicken. It should look and remind me of chicken.
No. Country gravy.
They look pretty much what I would expect.
Country gravy is typically white.
I haven't had instant
Typically
mashed
white.
potatoes in a while. It's not pleasant. When you're raised on instant mashed potatoes, it's like, yeah, okay. But if you haven't had them for a while and you switch to real mashed potatoes, going back to instant is
No fun.
don't hate it.
I don't disagree with you. That's why I have 2 bags of potatoes in my kitchen right now.
Might be good with the green beans, actually.
You can't ruin green beans.
Green bean in my apples.
Oh, that's
Honestly, having
gross.
A real green bean mixed in with some of the faker food might make it taste more real, you know? Yeah. Bean plus mashed potato, good. I'm not gonna try. I'm done with the chicken. I'm done with the chicken. Let's see, bean plus apple. Oh. It's fine. The dessert is fine. Oh. Dessert just tastes like, you know, faint
Move!
cinnamon with some mushy, squishy apples in there. This one is not my favorite. The country fried chickens are more like large chicken nuggets, soggy from soaking in a mysterious gravy, with sides that are par for the course when it comes to these frozen meals. Definitely not inedible, but I get the Salisbury steak over this one every time.
I don't disagree with that. I do like their Salisbury steak, but I don't buy Hungry Man. I typically do not buy Hungry Man by default.
Roasted the roasted carved white meat turkey. This one looks scary. I picked this one up thinking, I don't know, maybe Thanksgiving theme.
Again, 16 grams of protein?
Away, but it's like a fall
That doesn't even make sense.
holiday meal, right? White meat turkey with mashed potatoes, gravy mixed, vegetables, seasoned stuffing.
Mixed
and
vegetables,
apple
not
cranberry
gravy mixed.
compote.
Gravy,
Got 16 grams
mixed
of protein.
vegetables.
How many
Dude,
grams
there
of
are
protein?
commas for a reason.
Oh, I see. That's all.
Holy shit.
Are these croutons? I don't see. Oh, it's stuffing. It's stuffing. Okay, these are like stuffing cubes. Stuffing.
I see cranberry sauce.
It
What
seems
looks
to
like
me
cranberry
a bad
sauce.
sign when you can't really tell what it's gonna be from the outside. Honestly,
I can
don't
tell
like
because I've
what the
eaten these
dessert in the
frozen
last
foods before.
Meal looked like. You guys see down in there? You can see the layers of the turkey, kind of. So you got layered turkey, and then you've got the seasoning or the stuffing crumbles in there, and then this gray frozen part up here is the gravy. I'm assuming.
Yes.
It's brown. It's not gray. I don't know
Dude, this isn't rocket
then over here
science.
we've got
Seriously.
this, steak
You're
vegetable
overanalyzing this.
medley, nothing exciting.
Mixed vegetables, they
There's
look fine.
What was it? Apple cranberry compote. It looks like a little bit of it may have gotten into the vegetables, but that's all right. Not looking forward to that. Not looking forward to any of this. Actually, I missed the fried chicken already. Forgot to mention that this one also includes a meal map, sliced white meat turkey. Yeah, it just looks, I don't know. They make it look pretty good on the box.
It does look good.
I don't
It actually does look good.
But they make it look pretty good on the box.
And I love turkey that's sliced that thin. I can't do that. I don't have a slicer.
Mention a brownie, which is nice.
Do not reuse
Let's get
tray.
started. Remove film from dessert, slip film over turkey. Been there before.
No. Slice it.
I can smell that turkey dinner. Not excited. I will say, though, that this apple raspberry compote actually doesn't look too bad. If this was supposed to be a popsicle or maybe a slushie or something, I'd be excited. I'm not excited, but I would be excited.
Five minutes?
Oh my god. I had to turn on the fan. You probably can't imagine, but it gets really hot under these muscles, like a nature's sweater.
Okay.
Mixed feelings.
Okay, Ian.
Visually, I'm scared. Smellually, I'm intrigued. I think I just smell the gravy. I don't even know that I smelled turkey, honestly. And this just looks a lot worse. I prefer this when it was frozen. Oh, still frozen, very frozen.
Did you not follow the instructions?
Rearrange the turkey, which is, oh.
It's fine, dude. Do you know how many of these meals are eaten on a daily basis? You would be surprised. Now, they're not my favorite frozen food company, but hey, you know what? People who are cost conscious, they tend to eat this stuff. I'm sorry, it's just the way it is. Could be a lot worse, trust me.
Very hot, 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 hot.
Put it on a plate first.
Well, obviously my first observation is going to be the speck of apple raspberry compote on the turkey.
Actually,
Never
that might be
liked
good. That actually might be good. Turkey and cranberry sauce, I find, is an amazing
Well, it looks how it looks. Like
an amazing
dairy
combination.
Turkey with, you know, gravy, and the stuffing bits are soaked with the gravy. It's
I would like that.
very mushy.
I would like that
The
myself.
apple raspberry
Stuffing's not supposed to be
compote
crunchy,
is
you
intriguing.
idiot.
I'm intrigued by this. I don't think it's going to taste like anything in particular. Sugar, maybe. But it's at least different than the cinnamon apples. I mean, that's nice. And then the veggies. Honestly, looking forward.
They look really boring.
To these. I think they'll be okay.
They look extremely boring.
Oh. It's like there's nothing there. It's just nothing.
It's
almost
really
like
not
it's in
that
a
bad,
soup.
dude.
It feels a little soupy. The turkey feels runny.
The turkey feels runny? What the hell does that even mean?
Okay. Well, it's very strange. First things first, mushy smushy, don't like it. It's like there's no solid mass of food in here. Like I said, it's very soupy. The upside is that means there's a lot of different flavors mixed together, or you know, maybe two flavors mixed together, salt and meat flavors. The reason that's good is because the turkey doesn't taste like anything in particular. It tastes like nothing. So you need the gravy and mashed potatoes at the same time.
Which is what most people
I don't
do.
like it. In my mouth, the turkey feels more like real meat than the chicken did, but it tastes like nothing, like it's not there. Try and get some of the stuffing, wet bread.
No, just
No. Oh, no. I don't think I would like wet, regular stuffing. Like real stuffing, it kind of tastes like real stuffing. It's a shame. If it wasn't completely drenched, maybe. It's not
No,
just
that I do agree
wet,
with. I mean, if it's
like
mushy,
slimy,
where the bread just breaks apart, yeah, I get that, but it's not supposed to be crunchy. It's just supposed to be stiff.
No, I'm giving the turkey, gravy, stuffing, mashed potato section, I'm going to give that a 1. I got a really bad aftertaste in my mouth. I don't hate some of it. If the stuffing was dry, that might be fine. The gravy is okay. I like the taste of the gravy more than the country fried chicken. Mashed potatoes are exactly the same. Overall, too mushy, and the meat doesn't taste. Try the dessert. Oh.
It's a lot of sugar, you can tell.
It's like the same. It tastes exactly the same as the apple cinnamon. And then there's the veggies. They just taste like steamed veggies. The good thing is that they are real vegetables, which is nice in a sea of questionable other foods. The downside is that steaming vegetables is like the worst way to prepare vegetables, so that's still not very
That's
good.
not true, dude. That is not true at all.
Saves it. The corn is delicious.
Are you serious? Are you trying to say that steaming vegetables is a bad way to cook them?
But I'm into the corn.
I'm pressing a mighty X to doubt, motherfucker.
Too, I suppose. This one was sad. I didn't expect this one to be particularly delicious, but it's still worse than what I thought. Also, just what are the rules of food photography? How are you allowed to advertise something that looks like this, like that?
Well, you've torn it to shit, dude. Of course it's not going to look like the box.
Same kind of food that's actually in here? Are they allowed to photograph the food before they freeze it?
Yes.
That could be it.
Yes.
Actually.
Yes.
Actually microwave
Everybody
it,
else does it.
photograph it. There's
Perfectly
no way
legal.
to get it to look this good.
Don't like it, but it's perfectly legal.
Turkey dinner. Hungry man turkey dinners are delicious and full of flavor. The vegetables are soft like steamed veggies, the mashed potatoes are fluffy and light, and the turkey is all white meat and tender. The entire meal has less than 500 calories, which is not bad at all for a pound of food. However, it does have a lot of sodium, but that is to be expected from any boxed meal. I guess it's hard to argue with this review. I would say that the potatoes are fluffy and light, sure. Mushy smushy. The turkey is tender. Yeah, I'll give it that. The turkey feels more like real meat than the chicken did, and the vegetables are soft like steamed veggies. Yeah, for sure.
Duh.
Steaming vegetables is like the worst way to prepare vegetables.
No, it's
Like
not.
you
So
said
shut
the
up.
exact same thing I said, but made it sound good somehow. Okay, time for the last one. I am still rather hungry, honestly. I don't mean to be wasteful, I just don't want to eat more of that. Now it's time to try something new. Hungry Man isn't a lazy brand. They don't just sit around
They
and eat
innovate.
the same old meals they've always done. They like to innovate.
What did I say?
If you walk through
And I've never
frozen
seen
food
this
aisle,
video,
there's definitely
ever.
a bowl trend. You see
But I knew where he was going.
Meal bowls, not just noodles, but sure, chicken and mac and cheese, why not? It's probably just convenient to have everything in one little tray.
In a bowl.
I don't know. Can you even really call it a bowl? I mean, it's just
Rectangular.
as flat as the other ones. New Hungry Man Double Chicken Bowl.
39 grams of protein.
Fried chicken.
2 fried white meat chicken patties, mac and cheese sauce. Sauce. There better be mac and cheese in this dish.
I didn't realize when I got this at the store that this was mac and cheese. I was actually reaching for a different bowl, and this one fell off of the shelf, publicly embarrassing me. But it seemed like it was calling out to me, so I picked it up. I was going to get one that was like chicken ranch. I think it might have still been
Ew,
mac and cheese.
no it doesn't.
On that note,
Chicken
I don't
ranch,
like
frozen?
mac and cheese, so,
Ew.
this is
Ew, sorry, that's gonna be gross.
Huh. Well, right off the bat, the first thing that you're going to notice is that the packaging is very different. I'm still not going to call this a bowl. This is still a tray at best. The meal itself, looks
You
pretty
can
standard.
call it a
I mean,
bowl.
This could be the exact same chicken that I just ate earlier. I'm not
No.
sure. Got these like line marks, almost like someone took a fork and drew lines on it to make the breading look realer or something. And the mac and cheese.
Oh, there is macaroni in there. Okay, okay, I'm good.
And there's also some green things, peppers maybe. I don't know what you put in mac and cheese. I don't know. Microwave smells really bad. Definitely has a different smell to it. I wonder if I actually smell the paper bowl.
It looks kind of gross, to be honest with you.
Doesn't look too bad. Stirring the mac and cheese. Trying to get under there and stir the mac and cheese without messing up the
Chicken?
patties too bad. Bubbling hot. Huh, so
He
it's
does this all the time.
like Christmas.
Put it on a plate. The plate doesn't get as hot.
Thanks, Santa. Immediately, I smell the breading. I smell the chicken breading first, which I'm okay with. I'm mostly excited to try the chicken. I don't think I'll care for the mac and cheese one way or the other. I'm still not so sure about the lines across the chicken. It just seems like a way to fake.
The thing is, if the chicken is cooked on, if the chicken isn't fully, if the chicken isn't pre-cooked, okay, and then you put it on top of macaroni, that's going to be awfully gross. I would not eat it. But I guarantee you, this is fully cooked chicken that they've used, and they put it on cooked macaroni, and cheese and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, come on, Ian.
Me into thinking that it's higher quality than it is. The cheese actually doesn't look too bad though. It's got some more color in it than I expected.
I don't know what the
still
green
don't
stuff
know what
is.
the deal
I'm
is with
curious.
those green things.
Maybe bell
It's gotta
pepper?
be like bell pepper. I don't know why you would put green bell
Very
pepper in
finely
cheese.
diced. Oh yeah,
I
that
don't know
actually
what else you
I've
would
had macaroni and cheese like that.
It looks more like chicken than the other chicken. Man, it tastes familiar. It tastes like chicken. The seasoning reminds me of something. Maybe it just reminds me of the other Hungry Man meals. That's not bad though. The chicken is not mushy. It's nice and thick, and you actually have to like cut
into it.
which is a plus. Honestly, a little shocked. That's not bad. Again, this is for microwave meal standards, but that's a pretty decent piece of chicken. The breading is soggy because it's been microwaved, so that's a bummer. But other than that, it's not bad.
I would cook mine in the oven.
I'm just sitting here eating chicken. I don't even care about the freaking cheese. The chicken gets a solid 25 points. That's probably one of the realest feeling and tasting frozen dinner chickens that I've had in quite some time. With that said, I have not eaten a frozen dinner since the last food video, so it's not like I'm well versed in the genre. Even if the mac and cheese is terrible, I would rather eat this one than the roasted turkey or the country fried chicken. Let's inspect. I want to inspect the green things. It has to be bell pepper. It has to be bell pepper.
I agree with you.
I don't know why, but there's a lot of it too. It doesn't taste like anything. I can taste the bell pepper and the no. Even for instant mac and cheese, it's pretty weak. You need cheese. Like you need to be able to taste the cheese part. It's like half of the.
That's kind of the whole point of the dish.
I'm not impressed by the mac and cheese, but it also does not offend. The bell peppers offend me a little bit. Not sure what's up with that. I don't love the mac and cheese, but it's fine. I do think that the mac and cheese is better with the chicken, but I like the chicken best by itself. I give the mac and cheese 5 points. I wouldn't avoid it, but I don't know that I would actively eat all of it were I finishing this whole meal. As a whole, though, not a bad option. The idea of a bowl made me a little bit afraid. It just seemed like a newfangled angle to try and angle me in.
True. Oh, absolutely.
I'm not sure
It's a marketing
why
ploy.
it's a bowl.
Absolutely,
I don't know why
dude.
you couldn't have the chicken on one side and the mac and cheese on the other. I think that's how I would have preferred it, but it makes the packaging easier, and chances are you're going to mix the two together anyway, so I guess I get it. Not a bad option. I wish I remembered the other 3 Hungry Men meals so I could rank them, but I don't. Not bad. I enjoyed the whole meal. It was tasty, chicken was tender and moist, and I liked the mixture of potatoes. I ate it for supper, but it was so big it would work for 2 lunches. I would definitely buy this again. First observation would be that there's no potatoes in this meal. 3 stars from Julie.
Check the sodium on these kind of meals.
It's a lot. It's a lot.
What the hell does that mean?
So much that I kind of want to compare the sodium levels of these 3 just to see if there's a correlation. My least favorite of the 3 was the roasted turkey, for sure. Mushy, flavorless, mushy.
I just think you didn't cook it properly, to be honest with you, because I've had frozen turkey like this, and it's usually pretty good.
It contains
It's not as good as Thanksgiving, of course. That's a shit ton of sodium.
Of your daily value. Coming in at second is the country fried chicken meal. I would say that these two are fairly similar. This one is a clear winner between the two, but they're pretty much on the same rank overall. This one has 1,660 megabytes of sodium, which is
Milligrams, you dumbass.
of your
Not
daily
megabytes.
value. And
Milligrams.
finally, the winner of this episode is the Hungry Man Double Chicken Bowls, which has 2,090 megabytes of sodium, which is 91%
Milligrams.
of your daily value. Well, would you look at that? It turns out
His most favorite has the most sodium.
the better it tastes. So while this one is my favorite and most tasty, it is also 91% of your daily sodium intake if you eat the whole thing. And honestly, reading that makes me feel better about limiting my intake of these meals, because if I ate all of them, at the end of the day, I don't think they're very good.
I like that.
Time goes on,
That was very good. I should snag that for a thumbnail.
and my intake of these frozen meals is pretty much completely.
I gotta snag it. Hang on. I gotta
Started
snag that
making
for a
these
thumbnail.
food reviews. I was a little more accustomed to the taste of frozen dinner, but like I said, I have not had one since my last food video. I did not really enjoy any of this. This 1% of your daily sodium intake of these meals. I become a little more aware of what I'm eating, and my intake stopped. When I first started making these, like I said, I have not had one since my last food video.
I may have missed it.
Food, but not really. These two I can't recommend. I can't recommend these at
I
all.
think I missed it.
I kind of like how this one looks like a giant question mark, because that's how I feel about the contents of these boxes. This one here is just a no. Don't eat the turkey. Don't get the turkey. The chicken is okay. I would say that if you are accustomed to frozen meals and you know what
screw
you're
it.
getting into, these two are probably the
If I want it that bad, I'll go back
These
and
ones
get
are
it.
surprisingly good, given those standards. So, when all is said and done, Hungry Man Double Chicken Bowls is the winner, and we just have to live with it. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Brutal Foods. I know it's been a while since the last one, but like I said, I just didn't feel like making them. And if I don't feel like making them, they're not going to be good if I make them. So I didn't make it. But now I'm making
I
them.
understand exactly what he means.
Bye. Ho, 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 and welcome to
The tiny Japanese gummy kit. Oh, this should be fun. This should be fun. And we'll end it on this one. This one actually should be pretty funny.
As usual. No matter what your calendar says today, it's Christmas time.
I love his sweater. He's got rocking a cool sweater. It's not a sweater, it's actually a shirt, but okay.
Episodes are always late. I've decided to just embrace it. So here we go. Today we are going to be making the so cute and so fun Poppin' Cookin' Kawaii Gummy Land. Kawaii. Kawaii.
Okay.
I'm kind of just now realizing that this doesn't actually have anything to do with Christmas. It was Christmas time, I bought it in a store, and I guess the candy cane stripes down the side
Fooled you.
to me, so I picked it up. But I guess the only thing Christmassy here today is really me and the decorations. At any rate, let's get started checking out this Poppin' Cookin' Kawaii. Yeah, and you take away the peppermint stripes on the outside, the box really doesn't read Christmas at all. It reads more preschool.
I like the fact there's a penguin, though. There's a penguin. We're gonna make a penguin.
A toy train. I feel like it's been a little while since I've read reviews on my channel, so I've looked up a few to read to really get us in a mood before we start this which kind of food. Rotem says, it was very testy and fun. Marlena says, perfetto. And Lincoln Wink says, wow, I wish I can buy this. Some important rules on the bottom here. Adult supervision and assistance required. Make sure to follow the instructions. It's kind of cool that it comes in a little peppermint stripe bag, but again, it's reading more and more preschool the more I look at it, which is fine. I mean, preschoolers are allowed to have things made for them. It just makes me feel old.
But you're not a preschooler, you dumbass. Alright, let's dig in, shall we? I'm not a Pokemon fan, so Pokemon fan.
Okay, so the full kit includes some pink cookie cutters. I
Okay.
guess we're making candy, so they're not really cookie cutters so much as
They're forms.
candy shapers. We got a piece of paper, a piece of plastic, a bigger piece of plastic, and 4 different colored mystery pouches. I guess I can't call these mystery pouches anymore because I can actually read what's on here. We got gummy candy powder and then 3 different color powders to change colors.
Okay.
Great job.
I get it.
All right. The piece of paper is just.
He's got so much cool equipment.
Just some mountains.
If you're going to be a YouTuber, you need to talk to this guy.
Gummyland theme.
He's got all this shit.
Like a crappy postcard. Maybe it's a postcard from Gummyland. I don't know. Instructions. Lemon, grape, and soda flavors. Wash your hands well. Prepare a glass of water. Is the first part an instruction? I don't know how to do that.
How do you prepare a glass of water?
I did, however, prepare a glass of water, so we're ready to go.
You didn't say how much water and how big the glass was.
This is one of 12 different mold sets. So that means if I were to buy this again, I might get a different set of candy shapes to make. I don't really know if it's going to be worth purchasing again just for different shapes, but maybe it will be. Okay, first thing we got to do is pop out the shapes from the plastic trash. It's not too difficult to do. Honestly, it's pretty easy, but if you're not as strong as I am, I don't know, you might have some issues with it. Okay, so that was prepare, learn how to use a dropper.
How to use a
You
dropper.
know how to use one of these, but they can be pretty complicated, so it's good that they included really detailed
Speaking of which,
instructions here.
I need a dropper for the absinthe stream.
Step 2, soak. Step 3, release. And step 4, squeeze softly. Now that we've learned how to use the dropper tool, you might think it's time to dive right in and get cooking. But we have one more thing to do. We gotta practice, of course. We don't want to mess up our dropper technique mid-recipe.
Put water up to
Before we do
lines.
that, let's go ahead and do the practice they recommend. That was marginally helpful. I don't know that I really learned anything doing it, but I am more confident that I could fill up to the line. I was pretty confident before, but now I'm more confident.
I'm extremely confident.
Practice. They call it practice, but this is literally step 1. I mean, you have to fill this up before you can mix the powders. Okay, so the first thing we're doing is making our primary colors. On top of being colored powder, I actually think that these are flavored. It doesn't say so on the packaging, but up at the top it does say lemon,
grape, and soda.
flavors.
Yep, you're right.
So
You're
I
right.
assume lemon,
It
grape,
pays to read, Ian.
and soda flavor?
God gave us 2 eyes for a
By the
reason.
way, you also need scissors for this. They don't tell you that you need scissors, but I don't know how else you're going to tear these things open. Weird. Weird. That seems a little too yellow for anyone. For some
No,
reason,
not really.
It's just a little too
It's
yellow for
fine,
me.
dude. It's
It smells
fine. It's
really
fine.
good.
Leave it alone.
It does smell a little bit like Lemon Pledge, but in all fairness, Lemon Pledge smells a little tasty too.
I love Lemon Pledge. I agree with that.
Red goes in
As a kid growing up, I used to love it when my mother's maid.
like that.
Yes, my mother had a maid. She would come over and
Smell
do
like
the
grape.
tables,
Smell
and
like grape.
oh, the house
I
smelled
didn't
so
think
good.
the
I
red
love
one would be
lemons.
Great. So what's the blue one? The blue one is soda? It does smell pretty much like grape, though, like a grape juice. I don't like that. Oh.
A reasonable reaction to smelling grape juice.
I don't even know what that.
Hey, Heat, how are you doing?
I think the last one is supposed to be soda. I don't know what kind of soda, but it's not grape. All right, now
Flaws.
we have our primary color palette. This is kind of cool. We're actually going to combine these colors to make new colors before we make the treats. That's kind of cool. It looks a lot like MS Paint. It reminds me of doing the same thing with MS Paint. And they included a color guide.
Where do you think they got the idea?
I'm just curious to know how accurate they are. Okay, so orange is 1 yellow, 1 pink. How much should we fill it up? That's orange-ish, I suppose.
You need to be a little bit more careful, dude.
That I know from my studies.
Hope you're doing all right,
Everything
Heat.
is very fragrant. I smell all 3 flavors pretty strongly. Red plus blue equals purple, or so I'm told. That's pretty purpley. A little dark, but pretty purpley. Oh, and you can just dilute the colors to make new ones. It wants us to make a pinker pink. Okay, I have to pick. I've only got 4 slots left. I'm not going to make my own mystery color, I don't think. I think I'm going to stick with what they got here. We'll do brown.
I like
red
that idea.
and yellow.
Don't get overly complicated because you're going to fuck it up, Ian.
Swamp green. I don't know about that one. Yellow and half blue. These are just different shades of the same colors now. Yellow, half blue. The thing is, I'm running out of yellow, I'm running out of red, I'm running out of blue. I may just bail on the other ones. I'll do the light purple, but I really don't have much red left.
It's because you're using an entire dropper.
I'm going to leave it at that. Some of the colors turned out okay. I gotta say the 2 shades of green are really
close together.
So are the 2 purples.
Exactly.
Was supposed to be purple? I kind of forgot what that top one was supposed to be. That was fun though. I didn't expect so much creative control there. Okay, now we gotta make the...
It's actually kind of cool. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it.
Powder, and then you rake it like a Zen garden. Is this just gelatin powder? Does gelatin powder smell like anything? There's such
no.
thing as gelatin powder, right? Now this is fun. This is something I can get behind. I'm really taking to raking this powder here. Maybe I need my own little Zen garden. Once the powder is flat, you put the mold into the powder, then you color the powder, and then you pull the gummy out of the powder much like you would cat poop from a litter box. That's a very creative
Good God.
process.
That's a
Okay,
disgusting
we can't do
description.
the lion or the candy. I thought we were going to be able to do the expert designs, but we don't have either of the cutouts. Let's try and do the train. I'm going to try and recreate the train from the cover of the box.
Okay.
Okay, so the train's going to be difficult. It's got a blue body, a pink spout, and green wheels. There's also some uniquely colored windows here. Still going to do my best to recreate it.
Well, you're not Japanese, dude. You're going to fuck this up because it wasn't designed for you, you puny American.
Now, can you layer the colors? I feel like if I put another color on top of it, it's just going to
Mix.
turn brown. So here we go.
Yeah, it just ran.
Yeah,
It just ran.
the pink window is a no. Flop, 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 flop. Plop. Well, I'm done, but I'm not going to call this one a success. It looks like it could turn out to be a very nice looking candy, but it does not look like the one on the box. The one on the box had very defined wheels and windows. Mine does not. Mine is more of just a regular gradient, nothing really defined. It looks okay though. I mean, it doesn't look
It perfect, but
it doesn't
it's...
look correct.
I think you need to let it dry before you, like, layer the colors.
How did someone
It's a
make
guess.
a lion like that? I just don't believe it. I'm supposed to wait for a minute. I don't know when I started waiting. I don't think it's been a minute. All right, moment of truth. How are you supposed to remove it?
You pull the whole...
Instructions literally just say remove. Kind of looks like I want to push down on the candy while I pull up on the...
No, pull the whole thing up.
Actually, it just all kind of comes on up like that. Choo-choo, there it is. It looks pretty good at the front. The back just looks like...
Think like a kid, dude. Think like a kid. You're an adult. You're thinking like a dumbass adult.
Weird. Weird. It looks like a train.
No shit,
That is
Sherlock.
I mean, you're not going to fool anybody into thinking that it's a piece of candy that you bought at the store, but the fact that it stays in one little clump like that is really neat. Okay,
Because you
more
put
before I
water
try
on
it.
it?
I think if it sits a bit, it might solidify a
It's
bit more.
gelatin. That's the way gelatin works.
I'm going to try to recreate the second half of the train this time. My first strategy was to do the base color and then do the accents. I'm going to do it backward this time. I think if I do the windows and the wheels first, I could just fill in the background with the yellow when I'm done. Okay, so first up, pink wheel and window. The window got away from me,
Yeah.
unfortunately.
Yeah.
How
Yeah.
did
Too
I
many
fit
drops.
3 windows on this thing. Impossible. Window number 2.
You gotta let it dry between.
Number 3.
Nah.
That just looks great.
It looks terrible.
I think this is going to turn out just like the one on the cover. Exactly. Oh, so weird. Something about all this powder coming out in one little chunk.
Oh, he's okay. He's funny though.
Super strange.
His videos are really fun.
There's a caboose.
The thing is the quality of his videos.
Oh, it looks bad.
He's got
Oh my
equipment
God,
out
it's like it
the ass.
drove right off of the cover.
Not terrible. Not terrible.
Screw the box. I'm not looking at the box. I would like to do multiple gummies at once. It's a little annoying doing one at a time, so I'm going to do some smaller ones. Okay, I'm going to make the apple. Let's go ahead and go with a regular apple here.
Don't do the stem.
Okay, I screwed that one up. Easily, I screwed that one up. I'm going to try to make this like a Christmas teddy bear.
What is a Christmas teddy bear?
That looks kind of Christmassy. Surely I can do a good-looking candy. I don't think any of these are going to turn out looking right. It's a lot harder to do that dropper technique than you might think. The first drop tends to go kind of where you want it to go, but once you get that second drop on there, it's everywhere. Well, I'm taking a moment
And there's.
to let this
Do I have to explain why?
to say,
I will be happy to do so. I am a chemist. I can explain it to you.
That's it. Seems really sticky.
You didn't let it dry long enough. That's the thing. You gotta wait. You gotta be patient,
like
man.
A sour gummy.
But you're not adding any flavor, so you're not gonna eat these, dude. Well, I don't know. Well,
It still smells
I take that
very
back.
good.
You are
I
adding
like the
flavor.
smell.
Duh.
It's smelling pretty good. And the candies look, I mean,
Like
I think
crap.
They look okay. They don't look professional by any means, but for a powder candy kit, I think we're doing all right. So I've used all of the included shapes here, and I think now it's time to go off book. I could just keep making apples and trains, or I could use the rest of my gummy powder to make something truly great. Okay, to really keep this video Christmassy, I've looked up a picture of a Christmas tree. Nothing special, just a Christmas tree. I think it's a picture from a store. But my goal now is I would like to recreate this picture on the candy canvas. I feel like I've practiced and learned enough to where this should be pretty doable by now. So
Nope.
first things first,
Sorry, dude.
we gotta get the gummy powder nice and smooth. I'm trying to learn from my layering mistakes in the previous candies. I think the first thing I should do is the tree. We've got a nice green here. Suck that up. Oh, we got all the green.
He's doing this without a form.
Triangles. Well, I'm out of this shade of green. We're going to the shade of green that's right next door. I don't remember what the difference is supposed to be. They look pretty similar. I think I should be okay.
No.
That's basically the same thing. Now let's do some presents. We need some presents under the tree. Box there.
Yeah, that looks like a box.
Here's a new iPod. This one here is probably some type of kitchen utensil, I would assume. Gift card over here.
I'm losing my shit because it looks like crap.
Here with the picture, but on the left side, I'd really like to put a dollhouse all wrapped up. So if we really want to convey that a dollhouse is inside the present, we just got to focus on the little details here. Perfect. On the right side, we've got a stocking, a green stocking. We need to use a different shade of green so it's set apart from the tree. Okay, there's the stocking right there. That actually might have been a better tree color. That looks a little more...
I agree with it.
colored.
Darker, yep.
Alright, there's a wreath in the top left corner we can do. Okay, now I want to do the curtains. The red curtains in the background are really striking. It's kind of why I picked this picture, actually. So I want to make sure I render them correctly.
Render. You're making gummy
Okay,
candies.
there we go. We got the curtains. It's actually kind of coming together. I'm going to use the dark purple for the window in the back. I know that the wallpaper is kind of like a blue, but I think I'm just going to stick with the purple just to round it out.
Oh, you just ruined it, you idiot.
Doesn't look great. Well, I poured way too much. Can I pour it out? Is it too late? Oh, that's a bad idea. Well, it's too late now. I was too lazy to stand up and get a napkin. It was too late. I think maybe if I got a paper towel, I could have dabbed the purple coloring off the top. It'll be fine. I'm gonna let this one sit for a little bit longer than a minute. It needs a bit more time to dry, so I'm gonna put that off to the side, actually. I think this postcard is just supposed to be a place to put the candy, like just to display it on. I mean, the cover of the box has them in front of some type of pond, so maybe you get different background sheets. Oh yeah, you do. Draw your land. Arrange the gummies on the land sheet.
You're doing all the goddamn work, man. What the hell? Which kids love that kind of shit. Kids absolutely love that shit.
It's still kind of cool. Here's my kawaii gummy world. All right, we waited long enough. Time to try them. They've solidified a pretty good amount, actually. They're pretty hard, a little crumbly. You're gonna dust the powder off the back, though. All in all, not too bad. If I had to compare them to another candy feel-wise, they're kind of like Sour Patch Kids.
Yeah, yep.
Texture feeling,
Yep.
even the powdery outside. The only difference is they're a little wet, a little sticky.
I love
Also,
Sour Patch Kids. It's one of my weaknesses.
That's another difference. Well, hey, that's not bad. That's not bad at all. The flavors all melt together. I can't tell grape from lemon.
Of course you
soda.
can't.
It just kind of tastes sweet.
Because you
like
stuck the
candy.
whole thing in your mouth.
The texture is also like loose.
If you were to
In your mouth,
chew
it
the,
just
if you were to
feels
eat the
like it's
chimney
made out
off
of
the train,
powder. Like the
that probably would have tasted
texture
different
just kind of
than the rest of the
breaks down a
train.
bit.
Just a
That's
guess.
really not bad. If it weren't for the powdery outside, you might be able to put these in a bag and sell them. I mean, you'd sell them as cheapo candy, not as a high-end candy, but I don't know, I might eat them. It's just weird how firm they get. How do they firm up like that? I think I've said this before,
Magic.
but these
The magic of chemistry.
cooking kits are always the way to go. I guess that's not true. If you want an experience that has the bad tasting thing at the end, sometimes you want to make a weird thing that tastes like garbage. But the sweet ones are not that bad. They're, you know, probably a step past edible, honestly. They're pretty good. Even this moldy looking one is going to end up tasting pretty nice. I wonder if it would be better with more distinct flavors. Once you start mixing the colors together, you really lose the sense of what's lemon What's great...
I agree with that. That makes perfect sense.
Flavors are supposed to be mixed together, so they needed to taste good together. Would have been interesting to get some more distinct flavors, though. Make a specifically apple-flavored candy, or even mix and match some flavors.
Ooh, good idea. I like that. I like that a lot.
That sounds like a good time. I take it back. That apple was like 99% grape, and that is all I tasted. Yeah, I just said that you couldn't tell the difference between them, but I lied.
Liar, liar, pants on fire.
My masterpiece over here. It's still looking a little...
Mighty wet. Mighty wet.
Pretty good. It's still looking a little wet, honestly. It doesn't even look like a candy. It really just looks like I made a watercolor painting, like a really bad watercolor painting. It's weird how different the textures are. Like this area here is nice and firm, but over here where I spilled the extra coloring, it's like slick and squishy. I don't think it's entirely ready to come out of the casing just yet, but I'm ready.
He never follows instructions. And he wonders why shit goes bad. But that's half the fun.
My God. It's gross. Extremely sticky. Very sticky. Smells a lot like grape. Well, here's my art. Here's my art candy.
Slap. Oh, God.
The parts are so sticky.
Oh, God.
Before I eat it, let's play a quick game. See if you can spot the difference between these two pictures.
No, not at all. Looks exactly the same.
The sticky side last.
Probably a good idea.
I actually feel like I taste the lemon in this one a lot. Lots of lemon.
Lots of lemon.
In fact, now that I'm thinking about it, if you could just go out and buy gelatin powder, you could probably do this at home a lot better. You gotta pick up some little molds, but you could get food coloring and flavors and really have total control of what you wanted your candy experiments to look like. Would it be worth all that trouble?
Excellent suggestion,
Probably
actually.
better off just paying $6 and getting the poppin' cooking kit.
Nah, I think it's more fun to do it on your own.
I'm done.
I think that was actually an excellent idea.
This is the easiest poppin' cooking kit we have done so far, and no
Poppin'
doubt
cooking?
is it the most tasty. Again, the real upside to Poppin' Cookin's sweet kits are that they're actually pretty fun to eat. It doesn't taste like a high-end candy. It still is powdery and a bit strange,
But like you pointed out, it provides children with artistic control. They can have fun with it. They can make a fucking mess with it. Who cares? It's all about entertaining your children and giving them something fun to do, right? So this would be fun. They could have a friend over. Two friends could make the candies together. I think that'd be a lot of fun.
but it's fun to make something.
As an adult,
that is
no
also
thank you.
fun
I
to
got
eat
enough shit to
every
do.
once in a while. In conclusion, this was a pretty tasty and a pretty fun Poppin' Cookin' kit. Definitely the best tasting one that we've done on the show. I don't think it's the most fun one that I've made. I wish there were a few more steps. Really, it's just food coloring that you put into a powder. I like how the burger had multiple elements, like the bun, the burger, the fries, even like the box that I got to make. This one definitely seems like it was made for a younger age group in mind.
Duh!
And it's still fun.
Really? Are you just coming to that realization now?
A bit of a disaster.
Jesus
The next time we do a
Christ.
Poppin' Cookin' kit, we'll probably go back to the chaos of savory.
There are normally age listings on stuff like that. So I think you should, for ages X to X. That doesn't include you,
Before I
Ian.
go, I'd like to take a moment to say thank you to this video's sponsor, Honey. Shopping online is supposed to be easy.
All right, we're not going to say thank you to Honey because honestly we don't care about Honey and we're not going to go through it. So we're going to end it there today. I apologize for kind of being out of it a little bit today, but thank you everybody for coming out. It was fun. I hope you enjoyed it. Tomorrow is, of course, Moderator's Choice Day. I don't know if we're going to see Joe tomorrow or not. I really don't know. I hope so. But hope you feel better, Joe. And if we don't see him, we'll figure something out. We'll do something. Anyway, back here tomorrow at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. We'll see you later. Bye. Thank you all for coming.